What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Crypt Door Podcast. I am Tony. I hope you're all doing well today. Well, today's episode is going to cover, or we're going to talk about, near death experiences. What do people actually see? So, without any further ado, let's get into this. Your heart stops, no pulse, no measurable brain activity. Doctors call the time. And yet, you later wake up and say, I wasn't gone. You describe floating above your own body. You describe watching doctors work on you. You describe moving through darkness towards light. And you say it felt more real than real. Today we're asking, what do people actually see during near-death experiences? Is it brain chemistry? Or is something happening beyond the body? Now let's get into it. What is a near-death experience? A near-death experience, often called an NDE, happens when someone clinically dies or nearly dies, is revived, and reports vivid conscious experiences. Common patterns reported worldwide: an out of body experience, floating above their own body, seeing the medical staff work on them, moving through a tunnel, bright light encounter, meeting deceased loved ones, a life review, and feeling an overwhelming peace. Now, these reports span cultures, religions, ages, and belief system. That consistency is what makes this phenomenon so fascinating. Now, let's talk about the out of body experience. Many people describe watching their own resuscitation. They claim to see their body on the table, hear conversations in the room, describe details later verified. Science says under trauma, the brain can dissociate. A brain region may misfire. That can create the sensation of floating. But here's the tension. Some people report details they shouldn't have been able to see. That's where the debate intensifies. Let's talk about the tunnel people claim they see and the light. Perhaps the most iconic NDE element: the tunnel. Moving toward light, warmth, love, presence. Many report that the light feels intelligent, personal, not blinding, but welcoming. Now, here's the scientific explanation. As oxygen drops, vision narrows. That can create a tunnel effect. The brain may release endorphins and DMT like chemicals under extreme stress, but the emotional intensity reported is harder to measure. People often talk about meeting deceased loved ones. Many NDE counters include seeing deceased family members, being told, quote unquote, it's not your time, and feeling like they are being guided back. Again, this is a global pattern. Even among children too young to have strong religious conditioning. Is the brain accessing comforting memories? Or is consciousness interacting with something beyond the physical? That's the dividing line here. Let's talk about the life review. Another repeated theme. People report seeing their entire life unfold. Every action, every emotional impact. Some describe feeling how their actions affected others. That's not just memory, that's emotional immersion. Neurologically, extreme stress may activate massive memory recall. Spiritually, some interpret this as a moral accounting. Both explanations carry weight. Now let's talk about the scientific perspective. Possible explanations include oxygen deprivation, carbon dioxide buildup, temporal lobe activity, REM intrusion, neurochemical surges, and trauma response. Studies show similar brain patterns during extreme G-force testing, ketamine use, and deep meditation. The brain is capable of profound internal experiences, but the question remains, why do so many NDE reports share similar structure? Let's talk about the cross-cultural patterns here. In Western cultures, people report tunnels and light. In some Eastern cultures, experience may include rivers, bridges, and gates. But the core themes remain: transition, encounter, boundary, and return. That structural similarity is compelling. Now, why do some people come back changed? This may be the most important piece. Many NDE survivors report loss of fear of death, increased empathy, life purpose clarity, and reduced material focus. Even skeptics report permanent personality shifts. Regardless of explanation, the impact is real. Could consciousness be independent? Here's the question that keeps scientists up at night. Is consciousness entirely produced by the brain? Or does the brain filter consciousness? If the brain shuts down and awareness persists, that changes everything. We don't have definitive proof either way. But NDE research continues. So, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment box below. So, before we close the door today, think about this. Millions of people across cultures, across belief systems, across generations have described stepping beyond the edge of life and coming back with stories. Stories of light, stories of reunion, stories of peace. Science may eventually map every chemical involved, or maybe it won't. But here's what we know: the experience changes people, it removes fear, it deepens compassion, it reshapes priorities. And whether that's the brain protecting itself or consciousness brushing against something greater, the mystery remains. If you've ever had a near death experience or know someone who has, share it in the comment box because these conversations matter. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and as always, here on the Crypt Door Podcast, we don't just explore what's buried, we explore what might lie behind it. And I'll see you on the other side of the next door. Take care.